the Kenyan judiciary, under the current medical and political dispensation, has done tremendously well. Once COVID came into place, the judiciary was, in terms of digital development, at the lowest level. They created themselves, transformed themselves, proceeded with the cases online, did a lot of innovation, and many Kenyans and foreigners got justice dispensed within the COVID time. It was quite the most challenging aspect for the judiciary to transform from an analog judiciary to a digital judiciary that now competes globally with other civilized judiciaries in the developed world. That, to me, is a fantastic achievement on the judiciary's scorecard, that they adopted to the prevailing conditions and did that. Secondly, still on COVID, several challenges in terms of harmonization of the court processes were done. That has continued today, in that you can file a matter in Kericho, argue with a judge who is in Marsabit, your witness is in the US, and the judiciary now has broken the physical barrier that was making a backlog of cases to be the hallmark of the Kenyan judiciary. That, to me, I grant the judiciary 8 out of 10% as my scorecard for the judiciary under the medical conditions called COVID. The second challenge that the judiciary has faced is the political onslaught from the executive and the political wing of the country. The judiciary has stood firm, refused to listen, refused to bend to the whims of the executive. You can always see how the judiciary dealt with the question of huduma numbers. The judiciary stood firm, gave decisions, landmark decisions, that declared the huduma number unconstitutional for lack of public participation. A second landmark is the question of the BBI. The government, through the president, the right Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and all functionaries were busy pushing for the judiciary to bend and give the BBI a clean bill. And the BBI flopped in the High Court, where a new concept called the basic structure was introduced by the judiciary. It was upheld in the Court of Appeal. It is now in the Supreme Court. That is a clear manifestation that whether there was pressure from outside, the judiciary stood firm and upheld the rule of law and upheld that the right to defend the citizens belongs to the judiciary. The third onslaught was the budget cuts. The judiciary faced a serious budget cut in terms of money allocated for the judiciary's operation from Parliament and to the Treasury. But still, the judiciary trudged on. That never cowered the judiciary from exercising their jurisdiction without fear or favor. Fourth, the staff shortage in the judiciary because of lack of funding, still with a limited number of staffs. Still, the judiciary went ahead. How does it reflect? The president refused to nominate, to appoint judges. Still, the judiciary went ahead and discharged his mandate regardless of the president's refusal to do what they were called. Lastly, several arrests of judicial officers was occasioned under this year. We saw several, one magistrate called Kagonyi being arrested from Mombasa. We saw Justice Ole Kantai being arrested. We saw the Deputy Chief Justice, Justice Mwilu, being arrested. We are seeing the issue of Justice Chitembe and Justice Mchelule. There was the criminalization of the judiciary and the arrest of the judicial officers. Still, that did not cover the judiciary from doing their work. On that line, I grade the judiciary an overall of 9 to 10%. Generally, to me, the judiciary, the scorecard stands at 9 out of 10%, which is a 90%, and that is an A in terms of their performance under very, very, very hard conditions of the year 2021, January to 2021, December of this year.